and recognize Senator Sullivan.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Gentlemen, thank you for your service, testimony today. Very much appreciated. And your team members behind you, I know how much they put into these kind of hearings. General Langley, I wanted to begin by also mentioning, you probably are getting the picture, we had a number of Senate CODELs to the region recently. I think that's actually important. I was part of the CODEL with Senator Rosen and 7 U.S. senators to the Abraham Accord countries. Started in Morocco. Really impressive ally. One of our longest standing allies anywhere in the world. I don't know to what specificity you can provide thoughts, and maybe this is kind of even against your own interests, but it did occur to me that I think it's time to have AFRICOM headquarters in Africa, somewhere. Morocco, I think that'd be a great candidate. What do you think about that?
Senator, this has come up numerous times in the past.
I know, and it's been blocked by some members of the committee, and they're always like, well, we don't know where to put it, so let's keep it in Germany. That's not a good answer, right? Come on, we don't know where to put frickin' CENTCOM's forward headquarters, but we chose Qatar. So, like, real countries make real tough decisions. What do you think we should do? I don't think that's a good answer, which is too tough. Too many good countries, so let's keep it in Germany. What do you think?
Senator, I see I will see some utility being on the continent, but at this time, just with our processes of getting down to visit to numerous countries has been beneficial. As far as how we are laid out now, I think we're right-sized, because when we are in Europe, there's other partners there in proximity that we can plan.
How about like a CENTCOM is headquartered in Tampa and has a forward headquarters in Qatar? What about a forward headquarters for AFRICOM somewhere in?
Senator, I can talk about that in closed session because we do have something established with that construct.
Okay. Let me, both of you keep talking, and the military loves the phrase whole of government, all instruments of power. We've been talking about critical minerals, which is really important and big part of the discussion. How much sense does it make for the United States to shut down our critical mineral production capacity, as the Department of Interior has done in Alaska, and then you guys come here and say, boy, oh boy, we sure got to work on critical minerals? Do you think that's smart? Like, that we have, not you guys, but other agencies literally shutting down, there's something called the Ambler Mining District in Alaska, one of the resource-rich critical mineral areas of the world. We had a environmental impact statement, EIS, 7 years, $10 million, ready to go, and then the Department of Interior came in and reversed that, said, hey, America, Alaska, start all over. We'll keep getting critical minerals from China. Were you guys informed of that? Were you informed of that? Interior making that idiotic national security decision?
No, Senator.
Do you think it makes sense for us to look at areas of critical mineral capacity in America and say, we're not going to do that because lower 48 environmental groups don't like it? You think that makes sense from a national security perspective to shut down our critical mineral production when this whole hearing has been about critical minerals? Does that make sense, General, in your personal opinion?
Senator, I'm just here to pass a cautionary tale about China and their illicit activities on the continent of trying to corner critical essential.
But if we can help uncorner it by producing our own, doesn't that make sense?
Senator, I don't have a position on that.
Come on, General, you do have a position, you just don't want to say it. What's your personal opinion on that? Does it make sense to produce more critical minerals in America if we have them?
Senator, we can discuss that in a closed session about the essentials for
This is the problem. We talk all instruments of power, whole of government, and then we don't do it. And again, that's not you, but it's Biden, it's the administration, it's national security suicide, and we do it every damn day when we shut down resource development in our own country. It's idiotic. That's the right answer, by the way. Real quick, General Kurilla, you mentioned Iran taking shots at our troops, are we retaliating against them? I think one of the lessons we learned, when they were providing very sophisticated IEDs to kill and wound thousands of Americans in the 2005, 2006, 2007 timeframe, that was a bad signal to let them just kill our people, the best and brightest in America. I'm sure you lost soldiers to the Quds Force IEDs. And until we killed Soleimani, which I think was a really important message, we weren't retaliating. So I hope, either covertly or overtly, when these guys are trying to kill Americans, which they're pretty good at, and they do a lot, that we are sending messages like, all right, you want to try and kill Americans? Game on. What are we doing to retaliate against these guys?
Senator, I'm prepared to retaliate overtly, but also not all responses are overt.
Okay, but can you assure this committee that we're not just letting them try to attack Americans? You already mentioned that they are,
Senator,
without some form of retaliation.
Senator, we have all the capability to be able to retaliate, but not all retaliations are overt.
Good. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Senator Sullivan, and thank you, gentlemen, for your testimony. We have